Somewhere right now, someone is complaining about a problem they would happily pay to make disappear. They are wasting an hour filling out paperwork they don't understand. Waiting for someone who never shows up. Cleaning something they hate cleaning. Searching through 20 websites trying to compare something that should have taken 5 minutes. Most people hear complaints like these and think, that's annoying. But some people hear the exact same complaint and think, why hasn't anyone fixed this? That difference has created businesses worth millions because one of the biggest secrets in business is surprisingly simple. People will pay good money to stop doing things they hate. We often think successful businesses begin with brilliant inventions. Someone creates something nobody has ever seen, launches it, and becomes wealthy. Sometimes that happens. But many businesses are built in a much less glamorous way. They notice something people already do, something frustrating, slow, confusing, repetitive, or inconvenient, and they make it easier. They don't create a new desire. They remove an existing frustration. Think about the things you pay other people to do. Maybe you could technically do some of them yourself. You could wash your own car. Pick up your own food. Prepare your own tax documents. Assemble your own furniture. Learn how to repair something yourself. But sometimes you don't want to spend the time, deal with the frustration, buy the equipment, or risk doing it incorrectly. So you pay someone else. You're not always paying because you can't do the task. You're paying because you don't want the problem. That distinction matters. People don't only buy products and services. They buy time, convenience, certainty, simplicity, and relief. A cleaner isn't merely selling cleaning. They're selling hours of your weekend back to you. Accounting software isn't just organizing numbers. It's reducing confusion. A delivery company isn't simply moving a package. It's removing the need for you to move it yourself. The visible product is one thing, but the value underneath it can be completely different. Once you understand that, complaints start becoming interesting. This takes forever. Nobody is reliable. Why is this so complicated? I hate doing this every week. I wish someone could just handle it. Those sentences can contain valuable information because frustration reveals friction, and wherever friction exists, someone may be willing to pay to remove it. The mistake many new entrepreneurs make is searching only for exciting ideas. They want something revolutionary, futuristic, or impressive enough to tell everyone about. Meanwhile, enormous amounts of money move through industries most people consider boring. Commercial cleaning, waste management, maintenance, bookkeeping, storage, logistics, payroll, repairs, compliance, pest control, and countless other services exist because unpleasant problems still need solving. Customers don't care whether their problem is exciting. They care whether it's solved. In fact, boring problems can sometimes be attractive precisely because fewer people want to solve them. Thousands of ambitious entrepreneurs might want to launch the next fashionable consumer brand. Far fewer dream about fixing an annoying process inside warehouses or helping small businesses handle an administrative headache. But if the problem happens frequently and costs customers enough time or money, boring can become profitable. The important question is not simply whether people complain. People complain about things they would never spend $1 fixing. The real opportunity appears when frustration meets willingness to pay. A strong problem is usually frequent enough to matter, painful enough to demand attention, and expensive enough that solving it creates obvious value. Imagine a company losing 10 employee hours every week because of a terrible process. That's more than 500 hours over a year. If you can dramatically reduce that wasted time, you're not selling a clever idea. You're giving the company hundreds of hours back. Suddenly, the problem has measurable value. This is why the size of the problem matters. A minor inconvenience might support a small purchase. A problem that costs a business thousands of dollars could support a much more valuable solution. A problem involving safety, lost customers, financial mistakes, or serious operational delays could be worth even more. Instead of asking only, "What can I sell?" ask, "What expensive problem can I remove?" That question changes everything because it puts the customer before the product. You don't need to begin with an app, a store, a course, or a service. Begin with the frustration. Understand it deeply. Why does it happen? How often? What are people currently doing about it? Why are the existing solutions disappointing? How much would solving it actually matter? Then decide what the solution should be. Sometimes it may be technology. Sometimes it may be a service. Sometimes the answer is simply being more reliable than everyone else. Reliability itself is an overlooked business opportunity. Think about industries where customers constantly complain that businesses don't answer calls, arrive late, provide confusing quotes, or disappear after receiving payment. You may not need to invent anything. Showing up when promised, communicating clearly, making prices understandable, and fixing problems properly could already separate you from competitors. That sounds almost too simple, but simplicity can be powerful. Customers don't award businesses extra points for making things complicated. If you can remove 5 unnecessary steps from a frustrating process, you've created value. This is why convenience has become such an enormous business. People routinely pay more to save surprisingly small amounts of time. Food delivery is an obvious example. You could travel to the restaurant yourself, but sometimes you're willing to pay because staying where you are has value. Grocery delivery works similarly. The groceries aren't necessarily different. What changed is the effort required to receive them. Time has a price even when nobody puts a dollar sign beside it. The more valuable someone's time becomes, the more willing they may be to pay other people to handle lower value tasks. A business owner might be perfectly capable of cleaning their office, designing a basic website, or handling repetitive administration. But if those tasks consume hours that could be spent attracting customers or running the company, doing everything themselves can become more expensive than outsourcing. This is opportunity cost. Every hour spent doing one thing is an hour unavailable for something else. The smartest businesses understand what they're really saving customers from. Sometimes it's not physical work. It's mental effort. Decision-making can be exhausting. Which provider should you choose? Which software is right? Which insurance policy makes sense? Which product is trustworthy? People have access to more information than ever, yet that abundance can create another problem: too many choices. That creates opportunity for businesses that simplify decisions. Comparison services, advisors, specialists, curated stores, and platforms can create value by filtering options rather than adding more. The customer doesn't always need additional information. Sometimes they need someone to remove 90% of the information and show them what matters. Clarity has become valuable because confusion is expensive. This is why listening may be one of the most underrated entrepreneurial skills. Instead of sitting alone trying to invent the perfect business idea, pay attention to how people describe their problems. Listen to customers. Listen to employees. Read reviews. Notice repeated complaints. Watch where people create their own awkward solutions because nothing better exists. If 10 people independently complain about the same thing, pay attention. If people are already spending money on a solution and still complaining about it, pay even closer attention. That means something important has already been proven. They're willing to pay. You don't have to convince the market the problem exists. You need to understand why existing solutions still frustrate customers. Maybe they're too expensive. Maybe they're slow. Maybe they're difficult to use. Maybe customer service is terrible. Maybe they're designed for large companies while smaller businesses are ignored. Maybe the service works but the experience is painful. Improvement can be an opportunity. You don't always need to invent something nobody has seen before. Sometimes you need to take something people already pay for and make it dramatically better. This is also how small businesses can grow naturally. Solve one painful problem extremely well, and customers often reveal the next one. A company hires you for one service and asks, "Can you also help us with this?" Then another customer asks the same thing. Eventually, you discover a second problem sitting beside the first. The customer becomes your research department. Instead of randomly adding products, you follow their frustration. This principle isn't limited to entrepreneurship. It can make you more valuable inside a job too. Every workplace has problems people avoid. A confusing process nobody wants to fix. A difficult client nobody wants to handle. A spreadsheet everyone complains about. A communication problem between teams. A repetitive task wasting hours every month. Most employees learn to work around these problems. A valuable employee asks why the problem still exists. If you become the person who repeatedly makes difficult things easier, people begin depending on you. You become useful beyond your job description. That can create opportunities because organizations value people who reduce problems rather than simply report them. This gives us a different way to think about earning power. Instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" ask, "How can I become capable of solving a more valuable problem?" If you solve tiny problems, there may be limited economic value. If you learn to solve problems worth thousands or millions to businesses, the economics change. That's one reason skills matter so much. Better skills give you access to bigger problems. The more valuable the problem you can reliably solve, the more valuable you can become. But remember that valuable doesn't necessarily mean complicated. Sometimes the breakthrough is answering the phone. Sometimes it's making something available faster. Sometimes it's removing confusing pricing. Sometimes it's combining several services customers previously had to organize separately. Simple solutions to painful problems can be extraordinarily powerful. The next time you spend money, ask yourself why. Not what you bought. Why you bought it. Then look at businesses around you and ask the same thing. What pain are they actually removing? Once you begin seeing transactions this way, business starts looking different. You realize money isn't only flowing toward exciting products. It's constantly flowing toward people who make life easier. The opportunity you have been searching for may not be a revolutionary idea. It may be hidden inside a complaint you've heard 100 times. It may be something everyone considers too boring to improve. It may be a task people have accepted as annoying because nobody has shown them a better way. And that may be exactly why the opportunity still exists. You don't always need to discover something completely new. Sometimes you need to notice what everybody else has stopped questioning, because whenever enough people say, "I hate doing this," there is a chance someone can build a business by answering, "Then let me do it better." Before you go, ask yourself, what problem do people around me keep complaining about that they would actually pay to make disappear? The answer might be more valuable than the next brilliant idea you're trying to invent. If this video inspired you, like and subscribe to Empowerment. Every click helps us spread the mindset that changes lives. Empowerment. Build yourself, build wealth.